Every year in the UK, we release 300 million tonnes of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere from transport emissions and heating and powering our buildings. This level of carbon dioxide contributes to climate change, and it's unsustainable. Our vision is for the North East region to be recognised as one of the most robust and resilient low-carbon economies in Europe. 4 key areas have been identified for development, including energy-efficient buildings, promoting greener transport and modal shift, researching and delivering low-carbon and renewable energy, and taking a proactive approach to energy planning. With a track record of 4 decades of oil and gas exploration, energy is the key driver of the local economy. Building on a long-established energy reputation, we have initiated and delivered a range of new and innovative low-carbon energy and transport projects that have been further enhanced by knowledge and experience gained through partnership working at local, national and European level.
European support in helping us to go forward in that direction has been invaluable. Europe has provided funding in several different ways. And most recently, they have been major supporters of the hydrogen bus project, providing about 45% of the total costs of the project itself. And without Europe, we could not have A, focused on this agenda, and B, been able to afford to take forward the actions and be an exemplar for the rest of Europe.
Let's take a look at some of the low-carbon energy and transport projects we are delivering. In 2011, Aberdeen City Council moved its headquarters to Marshall College. The structure within the Victorian granite facade has been completely rebuilt and transformed into a 21st century energy-efficient building, accommodating 1,300 staff. The new design is rated as excellent, using methodology recognised worldwide as the environmental benchmark for best practice in building design. It is heated by free heat from equipment, incoming sunlight, and the people inside. The rest of the heating requirements are met by a central heating system linked to a heat pump fed by a biomass boiler. In future, the building will be connected to the city's combined heat and power network, enabling any surplus capacity to be shared.
So our target was set to achieve an annual building emission rate of 22 kilograms of CO2 per metre squared. And this is over 20% better performance than the equivalent new building. The boiler has been designed in such a way that it can be linked into the city's combined heating network in the future, and also uses a locally sourced fuel.
Marshall College is at the hub of a citywide strategy for inclusive energy saving policies. More than 8,000 Aberdonians have taken advantage of the Aberdeen Universal Home Insulation Scheme and have had their homes insulated for free. Energy consumption of housing in the city has decreased by over 30% as a result of such energy efficiency measures.
And in Aberdeen, we have a significant proportion of Victorian or granite buildings which are harder to heat and retain its heat, if you like, and therefore we need to help improve the energy efficiency through our schemes like the Universal Home Insulation Schemes and Victorian Tenement Project.
There are around 13,000 Victorian tenement flats in the city, and the project provides a coordination service for each tenement and offers a low fixed price for installing loft insulation. In February 2013, an aerial heat loss survey was carried out in Aberdeen to assess the city's energy loss using thermal mapping. The information captured during the flyovers is being used to identify the least thermally efficient areas or house types in the city, and to use this data to enable the council to develop its future plans to still further improve energy efficiency. Aberdeen Heat and Power Limited was set up in 2002 by Aberdeen City Council to develop and operate district heating and combined heat and power schemes.
We now supply heat to over 1,800 flats in a range of 28 multi-storey blocks in Aberdeen, 14 of which are at Seaton, and we're standing in front of the Seaton Energy Centre at the moment. And we also supply heat to 9 public buildings, which is due to increase to 13 by the start of the next heating season.
The Seaton Combined Heat and Power Scheme provides heating to the majority of multi-storey flats in Seaton. Carbon emissions from these buildings have been reduced by 45%, and typical fuel costs to tenants have been reduced by 50%. Our CHP is almost 90% efficient, which means we save money and are able to provide affordable, low-carbon heating to those who need it. The savings enable us to invest in other services, such as transport. Aberdeen City Council has taken advantage of European funding to investigate and implement several low-carbon transport projects for the city.
The Care North project we got involved with was partly funded by the European Union. It gave us access to good sort of thinking from other sort of areas that border the North Sea, other countries, and it also gave us some good funding so that we could start to implement some sort of low-carbon transport projects. So one of the things that we got involved with was electric vehicles. So we're looking not only to encourage electric vehicle use in Aberdeen, but also to try and roll out some more electric charge points where people can plug in and charge their cars up.
In 2012, a pay-as-you-drive car club was launched to provide a cheap, green and convenient alternative to car ownership in Aberdeen. Studies have shown that one club car replaces 10 private cars, helping to considerably reduce congestion and air pollution in the city. Meanwhile, we are pioneering the development of the European Union's largest integrated hydrogen project.
Hydrogen Aberdeen, H2 Aberdeen, is an initiative that's working towards Aberdeen City Region in 2020 being a world-class energy hub, leading a low-carbon economy and at the forefront of hydrogen technology in Europe. And with the transferable oil and gas expertise and infrastructure that the North East region has, along with the renewables capacity in the area, hydrogen offers us a really exciting opportunity to develop and diversify our energy industry, maximise the capacity of and the value of the renewables industry, and give greater energy security to the region.
The Aberdeen Hydrogen Bus Project is a large-scale hydrogen transport demonstration project looking to test the economic and environmental benefits that hydrogen technology can bring to the city of Aberdeen. The Aberdeen Hydrogen Bus Project is part of Aberdeen City's larger ambition to work towards a hydrogen economy. The council's involved in a range of hydrogen projects currently and looking at other initiatives. The project will see Aberdeen having Europe's largest fleet of hydrogen buses. We'll take ownership of 10 buses in 2014. The council will own the buses as an asset outright, and BOC, part of the Lindy Group, will build the hydrogen refuelling station, and the council has looked to take ownership of that part of the project in terms of providing a location within the city centre to host the hydrogen infrastructure to support the transport technology, and also to build up a level of expertise within the council itself and within the city.
With increasing energy and carbon targets set by the government, it is important to plan ahead in order to capture the opportunities presented by emerging technologies. Wind power will have a key role in these plans, and the European Offshore Wind Deployment Centre is a groundbreaking new facility that is currently being developed by Aberdeen Offshore Wind Farm Limited.
For a number of years now, we've been working on an offshore wind farm for the city of Aberdeen, which will be located in the seas behind us, just to the north of the city. This will be a very significant wind farm. It will provide over half of the domestic electricity for the city of Aberdeen, and that's a major step in the green direction for the city. But it's much more than that. It's a demonstrator centre for the new larger turbines, each one about 5 to 7 megawatts, that will be deployed in their thousands in the North Sea in the years to come. But this will be the first deployment in the UK, and it places Aberdeen right at the heart of this strategic new industrial sector for the country.
It is this kind of joined-up thinking between research, testing and training facilities embedded in a commercial environment that has inspired us to create Energetica. Energetica is a 25-year vision to create a low-carbon, sustainable development corridor that will attract energy organisations and individuals to North East Scotland.
Part of the rationale behind Energetica is to try and create a cohesive, a coordinated, a planned approach to the expansion and development of this area. And also to focus on the next generation of energy, that's both oil and gas technologies in particular, and also renewable energy. The CCS project is a venture between Shell and Scottish and Southern Energy, based at Peterhead Power Station, and it will provide, hopefully, if it's approved, the world's first full-scale gas carbon capture and storage project.
Energetica is about connecting and bringing together like-minded individuals to inspire, motivate and innovate to meet the world's energy challenges. Here in North East Scotland, we can create space to do things differently, to unite our vision of an efficient, sustainable and competitive low-carbon economy.